Everyone, happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Luckily, I know over the last few days we've been dealing with some fog with the commute. Today, looking a lot better.
Yeah, we got a little wind.
Yeah.
To really get the fog going, you got to be near calm, just a little smidge of a breeze, and clear skies. The skies were generally clear last night. However, there's enough wind. We've kept the fog out of here for the most part. You may have a little bit here or there, but all in all, much better in that department. It's muggier.
Right.
I can feel that. I think most of you will, so it'll be a little hotter this afternoon. Hot to wet, and then tropics. What will they do? That's my 3 key points we're going to dig into.
All right, awesome. Before we get into that, we do have a story about just an update on the Havelock bypass that's been in the works for 6 years, I believe now, since 2019. That's when they really started the project. It's been a while. It's been under construction for a long time. I understand that a lot of people are really eager to hear when this will finally be done. I know this is a really, really big project. So we do have an update. Stephen Glover talked to some residents just asking how they feel about it once it is completed. And we also talked with the DOT. I'm not sure at the time of this story, I don't know if he knew yet when the expected finish date was. It might have been after this story, but we'll get you all of those details right after we show you this.
6 years in the making. The 10-mile Havelock bypass project stretching from northern Havelock to the Craven-Carteret County border has been in the works since 2019 to provide a quicker route and high-speed alternative to using Highway 70, which currently runs through town, but has left many worried of what the future of Havelock will look like once completed.
It is a major concern to me that nobody's going to be coming through here anymore. I feel like it might turn into a ghost town. If it weren't for the base, we would be nothing.
The project was supposed to be completed in the spring of 2024, costing around $167 million, but it's been delayed for another 2 years and is now up to $259 million. For Willis, she believes once a project is completed, it will end not only the flow of traffic coming to town, but the growing community too.
I don't want this to turn into a dead zone. It's been growing and growing throughout the years since I've been here. And I want to continue to see it flourish.
But for businesses like the Havelock Cafe, they say they don't believe the bypass will have a major impact on them.
I think it'll hurt a little bit on traffic, but majority of our business comes from the base.
Havelock Cafe owner Dennis Clark says he's staying optimistic, and with the town growing, and doesn't foresee a major impact once the bypass is completed.
We're gonna thrive. Havelock's not gonna die, so we're gonna thrive. I think everything will be all right.
All right, now after we spoke to those residents, we did hear back from the DOT, and the DOT says they're expecting it to be completed in 2026. I don't know if they had a specific season or time period in that year, but soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I know for me, every trip I make to the Crystal Coast, there's a Dunkin' Donuts in Havelock that I stop at every single time, and that's not going to change even with the bypass.
Right.
And you can correlate this to the bypass, the Highway 11 bypass in Pitt County going around Ayden. I think there were similar concerns, but I think Ayden has actually benefited a lot from the bypass. A lot of new development in central Pitt County because of the bypass and people being able to get a little further away from the cities. I don't know what the long-term effects will be.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's all about getting my coffee and 2 donuts every time I go to the beach.
Hey,
Havelock's the place.
Yeah, that's a place to be. All right, well, let's talk weather. We have a few minutes before we head out, so tell us what's going on.
Yeah, we'll dig into the weather graphics. Grab your coffee. Let's go through the details. I'm going to take a look first at our potential development area. No, I'm not. What are you doing, computer? We'll get past those school graphics that we already kind of popped through. The tropical system out in the Atlantic.
No.
It is. Let me see if I'm
It's
on
not
the right.
working this time.
Yep, she is locked up. And she froze on me yesterday, so I'm going to have to go back over there again. Gigi, if you want to chat for a second, I apologize.
Sure.
I will be right
we
back.
just have a few minutes. So just kind of overall, Jim will be talking more in depth about the forecast, but what I can tell you from our shows this morning, today we do have that ECU Army game tonight, 7:30 kickoff at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Sporting my pirate purple today, even though I do have some Army fans in my house. But If you are tailgating it tonight, it's going to be a hot one, pretty toasty. Just make sure you have your sunscreen, have plenty of water, staying hydrated out there. In terms of any kind of showers, storms, anything of that nature, it does sound like pretty much in the clear. Of course, if there is a shower that happens during the game or towards the end of the game, that is possible, but Jim will talk more about that in just a moment. The big news that we have been talking about all morning are these tropical developments that Jim is going to talk about briefly.
How much time we got left?
We got 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, let's go.
Let's do this.
Pop over to the weather computer. Umberto's winds are at 45, moving northwest at 10. Thank you, Gigi, for covering there. As we give that computer a kick, got it going again. Expected to be a Cat 2 to Cat 3 storm, and then take that north turn late week into the weekend. Now off to the west of newly named Umberto, we may have Imelda as we get into the weekend. This one's going to be a little slower to come together, but expected to do so. That probability up to 90% now as we get into maybe late tomorrow into the weekend. And again, both of those storms taking that north turn. There's the two kind of overlaid. You can see that shift northward early next week. The big question, will we have one system or two? They may meld together into one system. That's possible when they're that close. And then will they make it to the coast before they turn out to sea? And they will kick out to sea sometime, maybe Tuesday it looks like, hopefully staying a few hundred miles off the coast before they do that. There's a lot of details we're working on here regarding the future of those systems. That's 90% now on our development zone. So yeah, both of them turning north. That's good to see. We may end up with one dominant system and one weakening system. That's not a slam dunk, but potentially. And then again, how close do they get? How strong will either one or two of them be? Monitoring the data very closely. Certainly big surf and rips, dangerous rips coming in regardless of how those things develop. That surf will get angry as we get into next week. Back to the here and now. Hot, sunny this afternoon, 91 after the fog clears. And there's not much fog out there, so we're in pretty good shape. I got a few coastal showers. There's our visibilities, half mile or better, with mid-70s now. That southwest wind at 10 this afternoon. Whew, low 90s later today. Alrighty, 8-day forecast, rain chance 70, 70, 60. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. So the rain comes in tomorrow afternoon. Should be good for the Pirate game tonight. And then over the weekend, we're in and out of some showers. Not a full washout, but there will be rain on and off at times through the weekend. Next week, it's all about what are our tropical systems doing, how are they evolving. A lot of work to be done. We'll be fine-tuning that forecast over the coming days.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, Jim.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Please stay cool today. Stay hydrated, especially if you're going to that Pirate game tonight. Have an awesome Thursday.
Right.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.